it's Jasmine here, and this time of the year, this is the time that I get super excited because spring is just around the corner. Although in the last few days we've been having a lot of rain. Actually, the whole spring break, most of the time it was raining. But anyways, nevertheless, I'm still very excited because I get to start my gardening. Gardening season is just around the corner. And what I'm going to show you is what I'm doing, how I'm starting my seedlings using recycled materials. Most of the stuff that are available at home, and containers that I saved for the purpose of starting my seedlings. So I'm going to show you just like what I have here in my hand right now is actually a sushi tray, a sushi container that I saved, and some of this was given by my friend. So this is how I started my seedlings. So there are different kinds of seedlings growing in this tray. I also use newspapers or recycled papers as my seedling starter. So in here we have probably about 5 kinds of seedlings growing. So I have here some cocomelon, cucumbers, okra, green peas, some yellow tomatoes, eggplant, snack tomatoes. This is a bitter melon, and these are I think I have 3 varieties of cucumber growing in this container. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through it, how I started my seedlings, and I really couldn't wait to start the couldn't wait for the gardening season to start. And the sun is about to come out now, so I could probably plant a few flowering plants in one of my containers. The rest of the videos, I'm just gonna show you the plants that I have, or the seedlings that I have started, and how I use these papers as the newspaper seedling starter. I save up these containers that I have. This is what I use for my seedling holders. These are actually from Meat Packaging. So this is what they're using now. So I save all of this, and this is, I'm going to show you what I'm using it for. So just like this one that I have here, nothing is growing in here yet. This is wing bean. So I'm gonna try this wing bean this year, and hopefully they will germinate and they will thrive with our weather here in Vancouver. And these are bubble tea containers and drink containers from McDonald's. I'm going to start my sunflower seedlings in here. This one also, I use this one to I cut it to use it as a label, just like what I've used with this one. So most of the materials that I'm using are recycled. I'm going to show you how I do the paper containers for starting seedlings. So these are the papers that I have here, depending on the sizes you have. Containers that I made out of this paper. So these are just, you know, papers that are free papers that I found. Grocery store, sometimes they have it in there. So with this one, what I do is I just cut it into half. And they are usually, I tried using this method last year. Rather than buying seedling containers, you can just use these ones. So I would just fold them into a half like this. Maybe I'll put this away. Put this aside so that you can see. So like that. And there is this, so there are halves now. So I just kind of sort of like tack it in here so that it's not going to open up. So you just tack it like this. And then I'll just fold them like that, and I would just cut, maybe I would say about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. And all you have to do is just fold. And fold them like that. And there you have it. You have these seed containers. So I'm going to show you the other one more time. This is the thinner paper. So I'm going to fold it into 3. And most of these guys, actually, I've seen this from watching YouTube videos as well. So in here, and then I just like what I did with the other first one earlier. So I just tuck it in there because before I don't tuck it, but I find that if you're tucking it, it will stay. Otherwise, the first ones that I made, I have to use a stapler so that they will stay in place. But once you already put soil in them, they're actually they should be okay. So I'll cut about 1 inch to 2 inches, just like that. And then you just fold it. There you go. With this letter envelope, I'm gonna cut it into half. Then I'll open it up. And the 2 bottom corners, I'm going to fold them towards the center. This is just to make the paper container more rounded. And then I'm going to fold the upper portion. This is just to get rid of the sharp edges. And this size is actually perfect for starting your seedlings. So I will finish making the rest of these letter envelopes until there's enough to fill the whole sew sheet tray. Here, 1 small rectangular container and the sushi tray. What I'll do next is to fill these containers with about 1/2 inch of water. Once I'm done pouring the water in, I'm just gonna wait until the soil absorbed all the water. So once the water is fully absorbed, now we could plant the seeds. So in this container, I'm going to plant these It's called, it is cherry tomatoes, hanging basket tomato. So I'm going to put one seed in each of these paper containers, and we'll see how they're gonna turn out. Hopefully they will all germinate. It says here 99% germination rate. First I'm going to do is I'm going to put holes in here. Put one in there, 1, 2. And put the rest back. I'm just gonna cover it for these cherry tomatoes to germinate. So that's done. So after sowing the seeds, I'm going to put a label. So I'll write down here cherry tomato. I'll put here tumbler. And the date today is the 30th of March. So I'm only just gonna use one label since all of these in this container are the cherry tomato seeds. So I'll put that aside, and now on to the next one. In here I have a bigger tray, this sushi container. I'm going to plant cabbage, cauliflower, more pepper, broccoli, Swiss chard, and sugar snap peas. Just like what I did earlier. So I'm going to poke holes. Hi Midnight, I have an audience here, Midnight. Hi Midnight. Okay, now that I'm done poking holes, I'm going to plant this Swiss chard first. We're finally done, so all we have to do is wait for all these seeds to germinate.